What's up, guys? Welcome to another Field Tip Tuesday. Today we are actually going to be listening to a call that I took from one of my agents in the field, in a house, sitting across from a customer, got a little stumped, wanted a little bit of assistance. So one of the things that we do at IIG is I make myself available to agents when they're in the field. It's another way of learning how to close, learning what to say, that sort of a thing. And we do this by getting as much information in the beginning as possible, such as, who it's for, what do you want to have done, what do you have in place, the discovery stuff. As they start to get into the qualifying stage and they're unsure of what direction to go, they will give me a call and I'll, basically just go back and forth on speakerphone with the client and do everything that I can to make something happen. So by putting me on speakerphone, by listening to how I interact with the client, and we're doing this in real time live, it gives the agent a chance to improve by, I don't know, maybe picking up on something that maybe they wouldn't have thought of. So that's what I like to do, and that's what we're actually going to be listening to. This is going to be Doug. Doug's up in Indiana, and he's sitting across from a client with, I think he has COPD. He's 72 years old. He wanted to see which carrier to go with. Okay, so Doug is just now joining us, and he doesn't use insurance toolkits just yet. So I'm actually going to work it on my side and just walk him through this whole thing. And it actually is a pretty cool little interaction. So we'll just wait till the end to give you some, like a breakdown and a summary of everything, okay? So let's take a listen. All right, so talk to me. What do we have? Let me look at my notes here. You said he is 73 years old, smoker, being treated for COPD 16 years ago, using patches, and he's trying to quit. Takes albuterol, so he only has one inhaler?
Yes, just one, right, John? Yeah, just the one.
Okay. And then you said to give you 5, 8, and 10. So let me go in at 10,000. He has some coverage right now, right?
Yeah, he's got right now a 20-pay life for 10,000.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Another 4 years, they'd be paid up.
20 pay. No, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh,
Okay. What's his date of birth?
What's your date of birth? August 15th of 51.
1951. All right. And then how tall is he?
5'11".
5'11". How you doing, John? My name is Juan.
He said hi. Hi, how you doing?
We're good, sir. We're good. And John, how much do you weigh within 10 pounds?
About 155.
155. All right. Tobacco user, but trying to quit, huh?
Yeah, I still get out there and cut a rug, but
It hasn't gotten in the way, has it?
running up a flight of stairs, them days are out.
Yeah. So you were diagnosed with COPD, you said 16 years ago?
Yeah, that's about right. Here was my doctor. When I went in to see him one time, he told me that I got a little bit of COPD.
Okay. Did he have you do a breathing test at that time?
No, he didn't. No, he just, as far as my days back when I was real young, I had asthma. And I was in the hospital, like I say, when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I was in asthma, and I started having these spells of asthma attacks, for breathing problems, what have this and that. And I was taking medication for it, and they said that I'd eventually outgrow it as I got older, which I did.
Okay. Oh, wow.
But anyway, the part of it is, though, I still had that problem with my lungs, still was scarred more or less.
Yeah.
With, asthma,
Okay. And when you did have the asthma, was it mild or pretty bad?
It was pretty bad.
Okay. All right. So that explains the albuterol. So I get that. And you only use the one inhaler? You don't have Brio, Spiriva?
No.
Okay. Do you use oxygen at all?
No.
Do you use a nebulizer?
No.
Okay. This is good. All right. So we're going to go back 2008 roughly is when we're going to say that he was diagnosed. Let's go back. And how often do you use the albuterol?
Maybe it's hard to say, probably once, I'd say once a day.
Okay, so that's not too bad. Okay, John, in addition to the albuterol, are there any other prescription medications that you're currently taking?
My standard medication I've been taking they said I had a heart attack, but I found out I had artery was blocked. Of course,
Okay.
stitch put in, and that's been 15 years ago.
So 15 years ago. Medication that you're taking for that, is it a blood thinner or 81 milligram baby aspirin?
Blood thinner, of course, I carry nitros.
Oh, you do? Okay. Let me plug
Anyway,
that.
blood thinner, basically, and I do have high blood pressure.
Okay. Let me go back to the nitroglycerin for a minute. So you were never, did you ever have a heart attack or heart surgery other than this stents?
No, it's actually the stents. It wasn't in the heart. It was just some of the arteries.
Okay. Okay. So let me see. And have you had to do a refill of the nitroglycerin in the last 12 months?
Well, I get these little bottles. That's the prescription. I never had to take it.
Okay. So you've never had to use it?
No, never had.
Okay, there you go. That's what I was looking for. No refill, and you've never had to take it, which is a good thing. Okay, the blood thinner that you're on, is it Eliquis? Is it...
Eliquis.
It is Eliquis?
Uh-huh.
And again, you've been taking that one for how long, roughly?
About close to 15 years.
Wow, okay. So I'm going to say that we are using that one for... I'll say thrombosis, and again, about 15 years ago. Okay. In addition to the Eliquis and the nitroglycerin, anything else?
Lisporol and atorvastatin.
Atorvastatin?
Yeah.
All right. And atorvastatin's just for cholesterol. You've been on that for how many years?
Been on it, same.
Okay. So I'm going to just go back to 08. And
Cardiologist, ever since just did put in, that's what he recommend for me to take. So
got it.
It's something that mainly is like blood thinner and with blood pressure.
Okay. And is there anything else that you used to take but just recently stopped taking?
No, that's it.
That is it. Okay, awesome. All right. Let's take a peek and see who we have. All right. So, looking at this, Doug and John, of course, Sika is going to be coming in same day coverage. They are the only company that is offering immediate coverage. Everything else, John, is coming in either guaranteed issue, which has a 2-year limited death benefit, or it's coming in graded, which also has a 2-year wait. Okay. Big difference in rates. So CICA, which is Sika, it's Citizens Insurance Company of America out of Massachusetts. They are coming in at $10,000. For $10,000, they're coming in at $113.51. The next one in line is going to be Gerber, which gives you a 2-year wait, and it's coming in at $116. The next one after that, it jumps. It really, really does jump up. Corebridge, which is AIG, American General, 2-year wait, guaranteed issue, $125. So by far, Sika is going to be your best bet. Because you're currently being treated for COPD, it doesn't matter that you have COPD. They are going to look at you as immediate coverage, okay? So that's the only thing. So $113, day one coverage, and that would be Sika of America, and that's for $10,000. So
I want to look this up more than that.
Okay, now you currently have how much? You currently have...
I've got $1,000 or $10,000. It was supposed to be like, for accidents, 20,000. and then 10,000 for natural.
Natural. Okay. When I plug in, I try to go over $10,000 with Sika, and they are maximum at age 72. $10,000 would be the maximum. There are other companies that you can get a higher face amount with, but they're all going to be guaranteed issue or 2-year wait companies. So it's kind of hard to pass up on that $10,000 immediate. We might be able to do it in combination with another insurance company. But the $10,000 that you have now, plus the $10,000 from Sika, would give you $20,000 immediate coverage. Okay. Tell me what your plan was. Did you just want to take care of your services, John, or were you trying to leave a little bit of?
But my services probably what I've got might take care of it. But I just want something for the grandkids.
Oh, okay. How many grandkids?
You'll have to stop and have a think and count. There's so many of them, so I've got about 15 or so of them.
Oh my gosh, you're blessed. Wow. That is amazing. 15. How old's the youngest?
That's another story. Probably about 7.
And then the oldest in their 20s?
The youngest, the oldest probably looking at 24, 25.
Wow, you do have a spread. You do have a spread. Do they all live close to you, or are they all some are out of state?
I got some that lives up in Wisconsin as well, but then Louisville, but the rest of them probably around here pretty close.
Right here. Hey, I know they love their pap. So
when it comes to give them a little bit of something, I just thought maybe possibly if I get something like a 50,000,
Yeah. So it's not impossible.
That's probably the reason, but just the idea that I thought, that'd be great if I could take care of my funeral and leave the grandkids a little something, to respect,
So John, let me ask you a question. In terms of the service, were you going to be doing a traditional burial or cremation?
Oh, it'd be traditional burial.
Traditional burial. And do you have anything already paid for, like a plot?
I'm trying to get. I haven't found look for a plot right as of yet, but I'm trying to get. If I do, I want to try to get close to my mother, dad.
Yes, sir.
And I've got a couple brothers as well that are in the same area.
Well, let me tell you of a little bonus that we offer whenever you get a policy with one of our carriers, is that the cost of the service, who's going to be your beneficiary when you pass?
Just it. I've got Patricia Tomlinson, but just the idea that she's bedridden.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. And just the idea that, if there's somebody taking care of that, I haven't got anybody right now as a beneficiary.
Okay. And we can always change it. It's just a simple form. If you decide on somebody right now, but then, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, you decide to change it, we can change that. Okay. But what I was going to tell you, John, is whoever you choose to take care of your services, I will work directly with them. Okay. When they lose you, of course, they're going to be upset and they may even be a little bit confused. My job is to make sure that I help them navigate through everything and all the decisions that have to be made at that time. For the last 12 years, John, I've helped people with their funerals. I've talked directly to the funeral director. I have drilled out the prices and shopped around to get the prices down to wholesale prices so you're not being overcharged for services. And I've been able to save thousands of dollars on just the casket alone. Most people don't realize Walmart is one of the largest wholesalers of caskets. And
you can order them online.
Yes, sir. So instead of spending $3,000 to $4,000 with your local funeral director, I use Walmart as leverage to get that price down to $1,000, $1,100. So it saves you a couple $1,000 right there. And I do that with every aspect of the service. So whenever that day does come, whoever you choose as your beneficiary, will not be by themselves. My job is to make sure that that funeral director charges a fair price, and they get paid. I want them to get paid. But I'm not going to tell them that you got $20,000, $30,000. It's none of their business. I want to know what the cost of the service is going to be. How much insurance you have has nothing to do with the pricing. So by me running interference, so to speak, between your beneficiary and the funeral home, I'm able to preserve as much of that money as possible so that more of it goes to your grandkids. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yes.
And that is a service that we provide no charge. Okay? All we need is a phone call. If something happens to you, John, I need to know that something happened. I don't care if it's 2 o'clock Sunday morning. I'm going to wake my butt up and I'm going to go to work. My job is to protect your family. And I've been doing that for the last 12 years, and I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty damn good at it. So that is a little bit of an added bonus to just make you just relax a little bit and know that they're not going to take all the money. Okay, I'm going to make sure that they get what they're supposed to get, but we're trying to preserve as much as possible for the grandkids. That's what the goal is. Okay. So we've got the $10,000 through Sika for $113. You've got the $10,000 that you have right now. The next company in line, like I said, would be Gerber. And Doug, you do have Gerber, correct?
Yeah, that'd be no problem on that.
Yep. So if John, you want to get more face amount, let's lock down the 10,000 with Sika. You already have the 10,000 that you have now, and then we can add the rest through Gerber because they are the least expensive. And you can have multiple insurance policies. There's nothing, there's no law that says that you can't. But we can accomplish what you want to accomplish just by using a couple different carriers. How does that sound?
That sounds all right to me.
Okay, so we can do the Sika, and then so that'll give you 20,000, and then an additional $10,000 through Gerber would be $116.97. Now you know your budget better than I do. I know I'm quoting some. You tell us what you want to do or how much you want to do, and that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, now we're talking about 20 and plus Gerber.
Yeah. So Gerber right now is Doug. If you could write these down.
Yeah.
Okay, immediate coverage through Sika, CICA, $10,000. It's $113.51.
All right.
Gerber, $10,000, guaranteed issue, $116.97, and I can show him whatever else he wants to see with Gerber.
Okay.
But with Sika, with Sika and Gerber and what he has now, that's $30,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if he can get into Sika, I can help him with the Gerber decide what he wants to do, if anything, on that. And
Correct.
go from there on, with that. So.
Absolutely. Did you want to talk with John one-on-one for a while and then just give me a call back?
I can do that if you want me to.
Or if you're ready to go, I could actually get the application going. It's up to you guys.
For you now on the phone. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do the Sika and Gerber. What is it we need to? I can help it. We'll get that. We get this one here. I can help with that.
Actually, can I do this, Doug? Can I give you? How about you do the Gerber? I have one of my agents calling in. He's in another house real quick. Let me call him while you're doing the Gerber. Call you back. We'll do the Sika.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
So you want me to call you back? You want to call me back?
I'll call you as soon as I get done.
Just give me a call.
All right. Bye-bye. Just to summarize everything that happened here, John is 72 years old and diagnosed with COPD back in 2008. And Doug was under the impression that's all he had. So that's why he said, hey, Juan, can you tell me who would be the best to take care of COPD, still smoking, with the carriers that we have? As I started talking to John, I dig a little bit deeper and I started finding out, in addition to the albuterol, what else? And all of a sudden, here comes stents, heart attack from back around '08. Found out that he's taking Eliquis, find out that he's taking nitro. And then you hear me ask the connecting questions just to see, if there was a refill in the last year or so, or if he's ever used the nitro, which he didn't. So made the determination that Sika Citizens would definitely be the best fit because number one, Sika for a 72-year-old will do $10,000 even if they have COPD and it be immediate coverage. That was the key. And the pricing was coming in right around $113. Now, to my surprise, John wanted more. So again, doing a little bit of digging, just what are you going to be using the money for? And here he has 15 grandkids. So his concern was to make sure that the grandkids had something that they could split up. And he said he originally wanted $50,000, but I mean that's a lot of money. So what we ended up doing was we took a combination of carriers. And again, that is one of the nice things about being a broker is that some companies you might be max face amount of 35 or even max face amount of 15 or 10 depending on the age. But when you have multiple carriers, you can put them in combination of each other. There's no law saying that you can't have multiple policies. So we were able to accomplish what John wanted to accomplish by using multiple carriers and making that determination based off of the information that we put into insurance toolkits. So as it turned out, he decided I want $30,000. So I have $10,000 now. We'll do 10 through Sika, and then we'll look at 10,000 through Gerber. If you notice through this whole thing, those are big premiums, all right? 113, 116 plus whatever he's paying right now. But not once did I worry about this because do you think that's the first time that he's heard triple digit premiums? No, not to mention we did uncover what was the purpose of this money, which was the grandkids. So he has a higher value on the grandkids than the amount of money that he's going to be spending on the two policies. So this ended up working out very, very well. I did drop in there, again, the value story, which was giving him the assurance that when you're gone, you're not going to have to worry. Whoever you place as beneficiary, I'm going to be working with one-on-one to make sure that they don't get overcharged, they don't get taken advantage of, and everything goes the way you want it to. And we're going to preserve as much money as possible from all the policies so that the grandkids can get it. And that's the end result. That's what you really, really want to have happen. So we ended up piecing this all together. Doug, who is coming over with us right now, already had Gerber. He does not have his Sika contract yet. So over the phone, we're just working the two together. And this is how we work. This is how we work together. Afterwards, I did get some text going back and forth from Doug that he's like, man, I never heard anything like that. I never heard the value story. You're very good way you interact with clients on the phone. And that's what I want to hear. I want my agents, I want my partners knowing I'm in the trenches with you. All right. If you are in a house and you're running into a wall, or if you're just having a brain fart, call me. Let me do what I do. And I'll be honest with you guys, I enjoy doing this stuff. This is what gives me that feeling of satisfaction, is being able to help somebody remote. And you know what? Right after I hung up, if you heard, there was another call coming in, and that was Tanner. That was another agent who was out in the field, and he needed help. So I just said, well, listen, I got another agent call coming in. Why don't you do the Gerber policy right now? I'll take care of Tanner. As soon as I'm done with Tanner, I'll call you back so that we can do the Sika. So it's a lot of logistics. It's a lot of coordination. It's a lot of fun. It's high energy, and this is what we do every day. But my guys know that I'm always there for them. We build this bond, man. We just build this bond. Not to mention, we're helping clients and we're helping each other. We're helping each other financially. So that is what it's all about. I'm going to keep doing a couple recordings like this. I know Tanner has some people that he's going to be working with, so I'm going to see if I can catch another recording there. This one was fairly easy. Every now and then you'll come into one that's a little bit challenging. The more challenging, the more I love doing them. So, because that's how an agent gets better in the house. They hear me interact, they hear what I say, they hear the client react, they remember that, and then they do it themselves. All right, this is how we get better. So guys, I definitely appreciate you listening in on this call. Hopefully it gave you some ideas, and again, I'm gonna throw this out there. If you guys are in a house and you're not even whoever you are listening, you're probably not one of my agents, but if you're in a house and you get stuck and you just want to try this out, listen, let me show you what I can do. Let me show you what I can do. Give me a call while you're in the house. Watch me help you close the policy, all right? And we're gonna have fun. Bottom line, we're gonna have some fun. You'll make a little bit of money and your confidence is gonna get a little bit boosted. So, thanks again for tuning in to another Field Tip Tuesday. Thank you guys for watching and listening in. Please put your comments below. And again, if there's anything that you want to see, let me know. But we're going to continue on with this training series and just doing a few things. And listen, let's have some fun. Let's keep helping people and let's just keep improving ourselves because that's what it's all about. All right. You guys have a good week out there and we'll talk with you soon.